potential of ChatGPT to build a future where AI and humanity thrive in the cloud. So wherever we go, we are using the ChatGPT. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presidential address and detailed talk about ChatGPT, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, I call upon Mr. S. Jacob Madan, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, Ayanada Janakamal College, Sivagasi, to introduce our chief guest. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. A. Vimal Gerald is working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science in Joseph College, Trichy since 2009. He has completed his MCA, MPhil, and PhD in Computer Science. He is also qualified with UGC NET in Computer Science and Applications. He has pursued MBA and PhD BA. He has published more than 15 research articles in reputed international journals, which are Scopus, Index, and UGC approved, out of which many are published in by IEE and Springer. He has attended more than 150 plus national and international seminars and various activities, FDBs in India and Nepal. He has delivered 250 plus invited talks in the national and international seminars, workshops, etc. in India and Nepal. Especially, he has trained more than 25,000 faculty members in the online, offline FTPs, short-term courses, HRTC faculty introduction programs, professor courses, training programs, and workshops organized by various universities and colleges across India, many of which were sponsored by UGC, MHRD, AICTE, and DPT. He has contributed book chapter for a Springer book on innovations in communication and computing. Also authored a chapter on multimedia in the book Computer Literacy. He has accomplished a UGC minor research project titled Design and Development of Integrated Internet of Things Smart Services Environment. He is a member of professional bodies such as ASDF London, INSC Bangalore, IEE. He is a reviewer of reputed international journals, which includes IEE Access. He is a recipient of Global Award for Best Computer Science Faculty from London by ASDF. He has received Best Teacher Award by Institute of Joseph College, has honored with him Best Teacher Award for the year 2021. Also, the Best Researcher Award for Science is also bestowed upon him twice. He has also received a Best Researcher Award for Science and the College Management Award by UGC Minor Research Project by St. Joseph College, Trichy. He has received 100% attendance award by his own college for 4 academic years. He has also won Best Cultural Coordinator Award for aided colleges by Fajanas University, Trichy, and Abdul Kalam Award by a Social Trust. He has been postowed with the Kamarajar Award by Integral Training Center, Qatar. He serves as a consultant for a software company and for many colleges in designing websites, e-content development, implementing online tools for teaching, learning, and evaluation, and also for conduct of online FDBs and webinars. He strongly believes that the technology can be effectively made use disseminating knowledge and skills to the students effectively. Dear participants, here we have such an eminent personality amidst with us. I hope that you will attend the session actively to upskill your resources. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful introduction. Now, upon Dr. A. Vimal Gerald, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, St. Joseph Arts and Science College, Trichy, to deliver the chief guest address. Sir, please, sir.
Thank you, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
1 minute, I think.
Yes, sir.
1 minute, madam. Kindly hold for a moment. Yeah. I'll just set my camera. 1 minute. I joined back. Yeah. Thank you. Most respected Dr. A. Joseph Xavier, the president of today's FDP, and Dr. Jacob Madan, Dr. K. Pandiyarajan, Dr. Karthi Selvi, and all those who are part of the organizing team. My dear professors who are connected here in the platform, and the Professor Dr. Nagarajan, who is the organizing secretary, along with Dr. Maheshwari, principal sir, convener, and all the organizing team members and esteemed participants. A very good evening to you all. I suppose all of you are happy. I am really very happy to be part of this program because we are all connected after our regular schedule. No, it is not the program that we are attending. No, we are also attending this program along with our regular schedule. I appreciate all of you for upskilling yourself for the betterment of the students who are interested to us. With that appreciation note, I shall move on to my session. I also appreciate the Department of Business Administration, Ayanada Janagimal College, for enhancing or making ourselves upskill with different perspective. Thank you for organizing such a wonderful FDP for the benefit of a good number of faculty members. So thanks and appreciation to the team of organizers, particularly the Department of Business Administration. Dear professors, as Dr. Joseph Xavier and others have shared, ChatGPT or artificial intelligence have become part and parcel of our life, particularly for education. Yes, artificial intelligence plays a vital role in the technology or even in other fields, every field. People trying to bring artificial technology or infuse artificial technology into every domain so that we can extract the maximum benefit out of AI into different fields or different applications or different smart applications. Now, today, we are going to explore with an application called ChatGPT with the perspective of education. Let me go for the presentation. Kindly hold until I share my presentation. Is my screen visible to you all? Is my screen visible to you all? If yes,
yes, sir.
I would
Yes,
just
sir.
check with the participants. Participants, if everything okay, if you are able to listen to me, just press 1 in the chat. Just press 1 in the chat. All of you just press 1 in the chat if you are able to get me. If everything's proper, if you are able to receive me, press 1 in the chat quickly. Thank you. Thank you. I'm able to listen to people. So many are giving me yes. Kindly hold for a moment. Thank you. Thank you. I'm able to get all of your opinion. Thank you. If any queries, we can reserve at the end. If anything disturbs you, for example, if you are unable to listen, if you are unable to understand something, please let me know. I shall explain you clearly. Okay. So don't worry, even to disturb in between the sessions. So, dear participants, these days we have been hearing this word ChatGPT much often. Yes, ChatGPT does wonders in all the domains. Why not in education? So today we are going to explore ChatGPT in the perspective of education. Let's move on to the plan for the session. I'm going to give you a presentation for about half an hour, and the remaining time we can dedicate ourselves for the demonstration. You can do it along with me, or else you can watch and you can explore later. And I expect all of you to understand the basics of ChatGPT. I also would like you to acquaint the features of ChatGPT and befriend few prompts. Prompts means questions or queries that we load into ChatGPT. And it is very important. It is an art of framing questions, that is prompts. Based on the prompts, we get our reply. And I want all of you to make effective usage of ChatGPT for academic purposes, particularly for education. Now, I just would like to know from you all: is ChatGPT and Google same? Kindly respond. Is ChatGPT and Google same? Now we have been getting anything from Google. If you want to know something about our subject, we go to Google and we search. This is what we have been doing for past so many years. Now there's a new tool, ChatGPT, has been introduced by OpenAI. Are these same? Yes. So many say no, and some of you say yes. Some of you have said both are not similar, both are different. They are different. Yes, absolutely. All of you are perfectly correct. All of you are perfectly correct. Some perspective, as Mohammed Sir says, some perspective they are uniform. They are similar. Okay, fine. Now let me also give you something about what is ChatGPT and what is Google. Before I move on to just give you what is ChatGPT. Now we all know ChatGPT is an AI tool. What is ChatGPT? What is Google and what is ChatGPT? What is the difference exactly between these two? Google is a portal or a platform or a multinational company. Google is, by name, it is a company, that provides different services ranging different products. For example, we have been enjoying, search engine service, number one. And we have cloud services, storage, Google Drive and so on. We also have different tools, Google Lens, Google this, that, and so on. So many. We also recently have AI technologies. The counter tool that Google has produced is Bard, B-A-R-D. Bard is Google's product, and whereas OpenAI, ChatGPT is a product of the company OpenAI. Please understand, Google is powered by Google. Google is a company and Google is the name. But ChatGPT is produced or developed by OpenAI. OpenAI has got different products. One such product is ChatGPT. One of the products of OpenAI is ChatGPT. And all of us should be aware, ChatGPT, just look at the screen. You will I shall give you a few things about ChatGPT, then we'll move ahead. I thought I could give you some technical overview of ChatGPT, because we should know how does it run. What is the background? What is the technical nuances of ChatGPT? As I told earlier, ChatGPT is an AI tool which works completely with modeling language based on language. Okay, language model. We call it as language model or AI language model. GPT. What do we mean by GPT? GPT is generative pre-trained transformer. Generative pre-trained transformer. That is what we call by GPT. It is an architecture. Don't worry, even if you don't understand the technical aspects of ChatGPT. Just wanted you to just to get to know. That's all. Okay, don't put it into your heart, mind. It is just architecture GPT. I told you, generative pre-trained transformer. Which completely use deep learning techniques. What does it do? What Google does? Google, for example, if I type computer networks, the search engine Google goes and finds the entire globe wherever computer network, the keyword computer network is found, and it gives you a link. It is up to us to make use of the link and to find the right link or appropriate link to go and search or to get the data on our own. But whereas ChatGPT, for example, if I type something, some query, for example, what is computer network? It gives you exact answer. What is computer network? How does it give? It uses the technology called deep learning. Some of you may be knowing about deep learning. It is a subset of artificial intelligence. What do we mean by deep learning then? We all know what is intelligence. It is a natural intelligence for human being. When I'm making some device, as we do, as a human does, it becomes artificial intelligence, infusing intelligence into machines. That is artificial intelligence. What do you mean by deep learning? Deep learning is a method of artificial intelligence that teaches computers to process data in the way that human does, or human brain do. Am I clear to you? So deep learning is a technique or a technology of AI that teaches the computer. That automatically the computer learns that computers to process the data in such a way that the human being do. That is what we call by deep learning, making the computers learn on its own and do things on its own. Here, with regard to ChatGPT, when I ask a query, when I ask a prompt, ChatGPT goes through all relevant answers for the query that you have answered, and it produces its own answer. That is what we call by giving exact answers, or maybe the relevant answers for the query that we have uploaded. Now, how does ChatGPT technically work? Technically, the background that ChatGPT goes is natural language processing, NLP. We call it as NLP. It is one of the major key aspects of AI. Here, natural language processing. What do you mean by natural language? That's what human beings speak, natural language. It processes with the help of computer. How does it get processed? There are three key elements that has to be involved by NLP, natural language processing. Number one is text processing. Text processing. What do we mean by text processing? Text processing is a crucial step of NLP that involves cleaning or transforming raw data into meaningful data. When I post a query, it converts the query into meaningful sentences to be asked. Number one, to be understood by computer. Number two, it picks up the answers. It reads from different sources globally and makes it meaningful data to be given to you or to be given to us as the answer. So first step is text processing. What is that? What does it do? It converts the raw text into meaningful text, number one. And secondly, we have a process called tokenization. Tokenization is a process of breaking down text into smaller pieces or called units. We call it as units or tokens. Text has been broken into small pieces. They are called tokens. Now, how do you make? Secondly, tokenizing, taking up smaller units of text called tokens and making it assembled in a meaningful sentence with the next set of words. What is the next? What is the next? What is the next? It arranges and makes it a meaningful sentence called language modeling. These are all three key works or key processes of NLP. And now, what are the major aspects of ChatGPT? ChatGPT collects. How does it answer? How does it answer actually? It collects data from various sources. For example, when I want to search about ANJAC, Ainara Janagimal College, I will be able to get different sources. The answer for ANJAC from different sources. Based on the different sources, based on the answers that it got, and it produces answers on its own. Gets the answer, understands by itself, and answers the questions that you ask. Ask something more for in ANJAC. What do you want to know more? It explains to you how things are done. And it also gives you suggestions. For example, you want to buy a computer, you want to set up a lab, you want to know the configuration of hardware configuration of the entire lab structure, a computer lab. It gives you suggestions. What are the hardware configurations? ChatGPT could be used effectively for chat bots. Every banks, every digital portals, every companies, every ISPs, internet service providers, every e-commerce companies, they've got their own chatbots. They don't employ these days, engineers to chat with us, or customer support engineers to chat with us. No, machine does. That's what we call by chatbots. Now we have chatbots, or speaking robots, and so on. We also have virtual assistants. No companies these days want CSS, customer support system. Customer support systems are enhanced or could be enhanced with chat GPT. Without being assisted by a human being, it automatically answers with the help of chat GPT. And we also have conversational interfaces. Some of the websites, if you want to have, for example, if all your colleges would like to, if all our institutions would like to adapt, chat GPT into our portal or website, college website, it could create a conversational interface in the website, so that if a newcomer, or if an aspirant would like to join the graduation or post graduation or research program in our institution, it can create conversation. It answers by itself. Whatever query is being asked, it answers by itself. How is it possible with the help of chat GPT? Okay, on some of the applications. Now, when I talk to you about so many wonders of chat GPT, there is also limitations. It answers for anything and everything, but the thing is that we do not know whether the answer is perfect or not. Sometimes the answer generated are perfect, sometimes it does not. So we need to check, or we need to authenticate the answer with the domain knowledge ourselves. For example, if you ask ChatGPT to just help me with a talk, or help me with some subject based answers, for example, prompts. I want ChatGPT to create my course outcomes after uploading my course syllabus or the entire syllabus. Now, the course outcome sometimes may be perfect fitting your syllabus, or sometimes it may not. So it is up to us to check whether the answer generated are correct or incorrect. Sometimes the answer generated may be completely wrong. Particularly, for example, the ChatGPT works with different languages. It also works with the regional languages, Tamil, Hindi, Telugu, Malayalam, and so on. But when I try to get the answers with Tamil and regional languages, the translations may not be perfect. But I tell you, in due course of time, it learns itself. For example, there is an option whether the answer is perfect or not. If you specify that the answer is not satisfying, then it learns. Then it learns by itself that it is wrong. It improves the answer next time. So every time when it makes and somebody denotes that the answer is wrong, it modifies the answer. Keep on changing the answer next time, and it would arrive a better answer maybe next time, or maybe after a few months. I tell you, these days the other languages translations are not perfectly done, but in future certainly those languages will also be able to be proper, be producing proper answer. And we should also educate our children to make use of chat GPT in an effective manner, or with an ethical base. Now, dear professors, look at here. I shall just list you down some of the features of chat GPT. As I told you earlier, chat GPT understands natural languages, and it also understands the context in which you ask for. Like human being, it understands the context based on which the question is posted. Accordingly, the answer is produced. And it also creates multi-turn conversation. What do we mean by multi-turn conversation? For example, I can ask a query related to the answer which was in previous, which was the answers for previous questions. Based on that, you can go on, and it will relate to the previous questions. Certainly, it can relate. Not that, for example, in Google, it does not store your queries, but it stores your queries. It understands the answers. It understands understands from previous queries. Accordingly, the answers could also be enhanced. Multi-turn conversations. And it also has flexibility and adaptability. You can adapt it, and you can use ChatGPT in any domain, or you can integrate it with some other applications. Complete flexibility is given. And dear professors, As I told you, it supports many languages, and it is a open domain knowledge. It makes use of entire sources, and reading or going through all the sources and produces the perfect answer. And it gives you answers based on interactive prompts, queries. And every time, as I told you, every time it improves the answers, quality of the answers based on the review or the I mean, whenever I am not satisfied and I'm giving my opinion based on that, next time the answer is improved, the quality of answer is improved. These are all some of the features. And dear professors, dear participants, the ChatGPT version that we all use is 3.5, and the improved version could be availed for payment, for registration. What we use is free, and you can also register. You can also make use of a proprietary one. Paid version. Paid version is something advanced. For example, it produces even table-based results, and it also gives it charges $20 per month, if I'm not wrong, $20 per month. But for individuals, certainly they could be used freely, completely. Professors, one limitation that I have not forgotten to tell you, it can only produce only text-based answers. It cannot generate graphics. It cannot generate graphics. It cannot generate drawings. It cannot generate, graph, or it cannot generate some flow diagrams and so on. Only text-based answer ChatGPT could generate. Okay. These are all some of the technical information features that I wanted to tell you. Now, how do we go in for the demonstration? So demonstration is going to be based on the three key aspects in education. One is teaching learning, second is research, and third one is evaluation. Okay, based on that, we are going to have the demonstration. Right. Are you ready for the demonstration? Before I go on for the demonstration, I would like to know from you, is there any clarification that I would like to post or you would like to ask before I move on for the demonstration? Yeah, I think Dilip and Kumar sir says, district administration should start a chatbot. Yes, in all the fields, chatbots are used. Those chatbots could be guided using ChatGPT. Now, have you all understood? Professors, have you all understood at least to a certain extent? If yes, press 1. If yes, press 1. Some of you have said clearly understood. Okay, if you have understood, I'm happy. Otherwise, if it is too technical, never bother. Never bother. You shall understand the demonstrative perspective. That is better. Okay, right. Thank you, professors, for your encouraging words and appreciations. Thank you. Okay, I'm taking you for the demonstrations. How many of you, I just would like to listen, how many of you are completely new to ChatGPT? Press 3. I'm completely new to ChatGPT. Press. If you already have experienced ChatGPT, to a certain extent, press 2. If you know perfectly well, press 1. Some of you, yes. Some of you, yes. Okay, some of you are well versed in ChatGPT, very good. Some of you have come out with mixed up answers, 2 and 3. Okay, let me give you. Okay, thank you. Fine. Yesterday I created an account. Very good. Congratulations. Okay, fine. Now let me just explain or demonstrate to you how ChatGPT could function. Right. Kindly hold for a moment until I share. 1 minute. Yeah. One minute, dear professors. Is my screen visible to you? Is
No,
my
sir.
new screen visible to you?
No visible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Very kind of you. Now look at here. I'm going to start a new account. Uses K levels based on the syllabus that you upload. Number 1. And based on the syllabus, if you want to create lecture notes, you can create lecture notes, and a lecture note is being produced with the help of ChatGPT for the chapter or for unit or for the entire syllabus. You can even go deeper. For example, if you are not satisfied with the lecture notes produced, if you want the lecture notes to be elaborate, it can elaborately give you the results of lecture notes elaborately. I want to go for creating as presentation. It will not create presentations for you, but it creates the PowerPoints. I mean, the text-based answers. I mean, the slides, whatever the text that should be covered with a particular slide, it is being generated completely. The presentation is generated slide by slide, not the presentation, not the PowerPoint slides, but slide by slide text is generated. And using that, we can create our own presentations with the help of MS PowerPoint and so on. Okay, you can create lecture notes with the help of a presentation with slides also presented. For example, I want to get some specific answers for a problem, particularly for mathematical problem, or for operation research problem, or for tally. If you want to know something about tally, so you can just, if you are stuck up with if you are stuck up learning tally, or if you are stuck up with moving further with tally, you can also ask the query. You can ask it to develop a problem. You can ask it to solve a problem. It does. For example, if you are all professors of commerce, if you want to generate case study based on a unit, based on a topic, it generates. Okay. All these are something relevant to teaching and learning. For example, if a student would like to know, or if a student would like to create something new, or if he would like to know something new based on the topic given, it produces. Okay. So this is with regard to teaching, learning. Generally, in general, not related to teaching and learning. In general, if you want to create a welcome address, it produces. You write and post it to ChatGPT, it produces the answer, and it makes it better, makes a better version of welcome address. Or even you just give them who are all guests, who is coming as a chief guest, who is coming as this, who is playing this role, that role. Accordingly, it produces welcome address. Similarly, word of thanks or any report. For example, you upload a minute of a meeting, it produces the report. You can even be specific. Okay, for example, I want to generate a talk. For example, I will definitely share it, madam. I'll definitely share it. One of the participants is asking to share the presentation. I will definitely. Now listen to me. Sorry for the inconveniences caused. I suppose all of you understand. All of you have understood. Kindly hold for a moment. Still, I shall try once again. If you are able to make it. 1 minute. I think there's power has gone. Kindly hold, and the power has gone. I will just switch on the generator. I'm just trying once again to log into the system. Let's see if the system is okay. Otherwise, I shall theoretically tell you what ChatGPT could do. Then we shall postpone the demonstration if they could allocate another 1 hour of session in one of the days. Maybe the last day, or it is busy. It says it's busy. Kindly hold, dear professors. I will just talk to the Marimuthu sir. Are you there? Marimuthu sir? Marimuthu sir, are you there? Or one of the organizers, could you please call me? Can you tell me?
Sir.
Yeah. Madam, the problem is, right now the server is still busy. I'm trying continuously. So
Okay,
we
sir.
cannot any longer take demonstrations. But I shall
Okay, sir.
theoretically explain whatever that we could explore using ChatGPT for academics. Can we?
Okay, sir.
Could you please give me one of the days, maybe 1 hour time, maybe before
Okay, sir.
we start, the actual presentation of a day, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Will that be okay? I think.
Okay, sir. We will discuss with our head of the department,
Yeah,
and
maybe
we will
tomorrow.
inform you,
Yeah.
sir.
Tomorrow is the
Okay,
last
sir.
day, no? If you
Yes,
could,
sir. Yes, sir.
if you could start at 5 o'clock, 5 to 6, I shall handle, and I shall complete the demonstration part. Will that be
Okay,
okay?
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Definitely, sir. We will call you, sir.
Yeah. Kindly hold for a moment, madam. I shall switch on the generator because the power has also gone. 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
I'm sorry, I've joined back. I'm sorry. I could
Okay,
not rectify
it's
it.
okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, the problem persists, right. Now, dear professors, I shall just give you some more, theoretical perspective of how could we use Chat GPT for education. So let's see if it resumes. Otherwise, we will call it a day. Keyword would do. Automatically, it generates article for you. This is not a good way of producing article. Instead, I write article or key points. You put all the key points into it, it generates an article for you. For example, I have written an article. Imagine that I have written an article. So for that article, it can generate, for example, some of us are very good at writing articles, but writing abstract is very, very difficult. For example, with 100 words, we cannot produce abstract with 100 words because we find it very difficult to go for a brief abstract. So you can upload the article and ask ChatGPT to write abstract for you. It exactly write abstract with 100 words along with keyword also. And if you want to create if you want to generate future directions, it generates. If you want to have research for findings, for example, you just upload your research, upload your assessment or analytics. Based on that, it would just list you the findings. That is also possible. And budding researchers, for example, if you want to know the current area of research in a particular domain or in a particular area or in a particular place, it gives you guidelines. It gives you direction to go move further or to have a problem or to define the problem clearly. Okay, that is what we call by problem definition. Okay, that is also possible. Problem definition could be possible, and getting ideas from chat gpt to go further with the research is also possible. And you can also create research algorithms. If you're a teacher of computer science, if you're a teacher of technology, you or mathematics produced with the help of chat gpt for your research. All that is possible. And one of the participants is asking, generating an article through chat gpt in a yeah, I told you I told you at the beginning, it is not fine. You cannot depend on chat gpt to generate article for you on its own. Okay, so it is better we write, even if it contains errors, and a chat gpt could give you a better form. That would be the right way. Yes. Yeah, skeleton. Yeah, if you could give the skeleton, it automatically gives you the answer, right? Now, what are the other ways that you can use chat gpt for research? We can even some of us are finding very difficult to get the proper journals for publishing it. Now you just give the title of your article and you ask suggestions from chat gpt. It gives you the list of journals through which you can publish your article, which are scopus indexed and care listed. Generate mcqs, 100 mcqs based on k1 level and k2 level, based on obe. It generates any number of mcqs. Any number of mcqs could also be generated using chat gpt. Okay. And not only mcqs, not only multiple choice question, you can even generate fill in the blanks. You can generate match the followings. You can generate any type of Professor Nagesh. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this thing. Then look at here. I just show you. It's not, the server is busy. The server of chat gpt is busy. Look at here. I'm just showing you again. Is it visible to you? Is the screen visible to you?
No, sir.
Yeah. Is it visible to you? Look at here. Now I'm just checking you the process once again. I'm sorry because we are finding it difficult to move further because ChatGPT faces a problem. But I'm trying to log in. Don't worry, we will compensate what we lost today. Okay, maybe tomorrow we hope to have the system better. Look at here. Our systems are a bit busy at the moment. Please take a break and try again soon. This is the answer have been obtained from the evening. Okay, so you'll have to bear with me. Okay, right. Chat GPT that does not have websites, sir. Clothungan, sir. It does not have, it is by OpenAI. It is not a website. It is a portal. It is an AI tool. artificial intelligence tool through which you can post the query and all the queries are answered. Okay, let me continue with evaluation part. As I told you earlier, you upload the entire unit, entire portion. For example, all the 5 units. You can ask it to generate. Please understand, you can ask it to generate entire set of questions. For example, multiple choice, 10 into 1, K1 level. Second one, descriptions and definitions, K2 level, 10 into 2. Similarly, for short answers, 5 out of 7. Okay, 5 into 7, 35. And similarly, 3 into 10, 3 out of 5, essay type, and K5 level or K6 level. Okay, it understands and it produces questions based on whatever way that you have given. Entire question paper. You can even generate schema evaluation. Schema evaluation and entire question paper is generated. And that too beautifully with the new Bloom's taxonomy verbs. Beautifully it generates. The thing is that we need to verify, we need to authenticate. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We need to verify and authenticate the answers generated. Am I audible still?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
I think
Yes,
there is
sir.
a problem. Yeah. So these are all different ways and means through which we can, make use of Chat GPT for getting our answers, or getting suggestions or explanation from Chat GPT. So, dear professors, I think it is not good to hold you anymore. Just explaining you theoretically what Chat GPT could do. Instead, it is better to give you a demonstration maybe tomorrow with all.
Sir, not audible, sir. Sir, you are not audible, sir.
Hello, sir.
Vimal Gerald, sir.
I think sir is
No proper signal, I think, Nagaraj. What
I
shall
will
we
call
do?
to
Ma'am?
ma'am, I
You
will
make
call
a,
to
okay, you make a call, Thambi.
Dear participants, please wait. Sir will join within a minute. Please wait. I think he is in meeting.
Professors, I have spoken to the organizers. Organizers said they would consult the head of the department and just get us time for demonstration. Okay, don't worry. I shall certainly demonstrate this. If not today, maybe tomorrow I shall certainly demonstrate. Okay, yeah. Now, dear professors, if you have any clarification, you are most welcome to clarify before we just finish theoretically. Before we move on uh, for further completing the session. Now, participants, any of you could try with your end whatever procedure that I've told you. If you could just get the page. Are you getting the page? Are you getting the page? Just try if you are able to get the page. No, I'm asking you, are you trying to just follow my instruction? Are you getting the page? It's showing, oops, okay, I'm getting it. Okay, so some of you, if you're good at, can you just show me your screen, share your screen? If you are able to get it, just share your screen. I shall also try with some other browser. I'm just trying to get it. You can ask for any clarification. You can open your mic and ask further. From anybody from organizer side, if you are getting, are you getting the page? If yes, please load the page. I shall guide you.
No, sir, it's still showing the server busy error.
I'm trying hard once again. Let us see if we could generate. I'm trying once again. Kindly hold, process. I'm sorry. It is quite unusual because it has been so good for past so many days, but all of a sudden, suddenly, yeah. I think we are continuously getting the same answer for different browsers. I've got continuously with different browsers. Yeah. Professors, I'm very sorry because we could not continue with the demonstration. I think Saravanan sir, are you able to get it? Yes, somebody is sharing. Saravana Masilla sir, are you getting it? Okay, yeah. I think it is not, the system server is busy and it is for all. It is same for all. It is same for all. Okay, right. Now, before professors, once again, I would like to sum up. Chat GPT is a tool, AI tool, language model tool, which could produce answers, suggestions, explanations based on the different answers available, different sources, and it gives us the answers. The prompts are questions that we need to be specific in asking or specific in defining the prompts. Based on the prompt, the answers are generated, number one. And how do we use it for academic purposes? It could be used for learning and teaching, for creating lecture notes, creating presentations, creating courses. For example, if you want to develop a syllabus on a particular paper, for example, you want to develop a paper called digital marketing, so you can just specify the constraints. Based on the constraints, how many units, how many referring books, and so on. All that you just give along with the prompt, it generates the course or generates the curriculum along with COs, POs, and other conditions. It generates curriculum. It also generates slides. It also generates text for slides. Just give a topic. Based on the topic, it generates slides for a presentation. You can also generate a talk, a generic talk, or a generic talk related to an academic field. And you can also get answers for a problem. It could be mathematical based problem, or it could be chemistry based problem, or physics derivations, and so on. So for example, you can also ask it to produce real-time applications for a particular problem. For example, Archimedes law. based on Archimedes law, produce a real-time application. It produces so that you can just explain to your students in real time. So these are all some of the examples that we can do it with, teaching learning perspective. Secondly, with research, as I've told you, you can generate an article or you can write an article and upload it in ChatGPT. It produces better form of your article. It generates abstract, it generates conclusion, it generates introduction. It also reviews a paper. Upload a paper, it reviews a paper. Ask it to produce exactly with 10 words, 10 lines. It produces a review of the paper, of the research article, particular research article. It also gives you, guides you with future directions for a particular research. It also guides you with the findings. Upload the analysis part, report results of analysis, based on which you can just get the findings of your research. These are all, and it also generates hypothesis. It also generates hypothesis, or you can even generate, questionnaire for, humanity related research. And with regard to evaluation, you can generate question papers. It could be MCQs, it could be fill-ups, it could be match the following. And all these, you can make use of, keyword called OBE, K1 or K2 level. And it even generates complete set of question paper. And it also generates schema evaluation, as we do regularly. And one of the participants is asking, what about the plagiarism? Plagiarism, it does not, see, please understand, when I ask ChatGPT to define something, for example, define Archimedes law, it is the same for everybody. The answer would be the same for everybody. But if you ask it to generate an article on digital marketing, you also do the same. See, they're not the same article generated for you will be generated for similar someone else. No, every time it is different. The core idea will be the same, but the wordings will be different. So plagiarism won't be there, but you will find similar wordings. Plagiarism is, for example, if I extract a particular sentence or a particular paragraph as it is, then you will have plagiarism. What does it do? It does not extract, lines from different sources. No, it reads from different sources. It generates the answers and generates articles on its own. So we will not have this problem of plagiarism. But it is wrong completely depending upon ChatGPT to produce article. Okay, right. Yeah, somebody, yes, Dilip sir, you are right. You are perfectly right. Plagiarism free, but it is better to authenticate the answers from our domain knowledge. Yes. Now, dear professors, as I told you, so you can make use of ChatGPT for for academic, for teaching and learning, research, evaluation, and other purposes too. As I told you, you can generate master of ceremony, you can generate word of thanks, you can generate a talk, you can get suggestions. For example, what is the cell phone with the constraint that you need to buy? It gives you. Okay. So all that, nothing, even for example, if you would like to know how to cook biryani, it helps you, giving you detailed answers. See, if I ask Hyderabadi style, it immediately answers. Okay, I told you multi-turn conversation. So ChatGPT could completely be used by any domain, any field, particularly for education. It is a boon. But a disclaimer is that we need to be very, very careful making use of ChatGPT. We should not completely be dependent on ChatGPT. Otherwise, we lose ourselves. The thinking pattern of a human being will be changed. And here, professors, we need to educate our children, educate our students to make use of ChatGPT in an effective manner. For example, learning a language, very well ChatGPT could be used. Ask them to upload a letter, ask it to correct it. It will give us the correct form. And if the students want to develop, biodata or resume or curriculum vitae, it develops, based on the keywords that they give. It produces beautiful resume. It produces better wordings for a letter. For the students to learn competitive, to learn on their own competitive exams, so they can have, for example, any quantitative aptitude problem. They can give the keyword based on that. So many problems could be given. Not Snapchat, sir. No, it's not same. It's not same. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I could not show you the demo. Otherwise, you would have enjoyed. Okay. And another thing is that process, all your chat will be stored. For example, if I'm doing a research, if I just make use of ChatGPT right now, after a week or so, I can make use of the same chat for moving further. That is also possible. All your search will be stored. Will be stored at a particular point of time on a fine day. You want to just get that revised. It can be done. Okay, what not? So we can effectively make use of chat gpt. We shall also educate the children to make use of chat gpt effectively. Okay, so dear professors, I'm very sorry once again, because we are not moving further. We are not moving get further because of the technical issue globally. It is not with me alone. Is anybody getting, are you getting it? Are you getting chat gpt working for you? And it is globally, still it is not working. I'm just trying once again. I'm just sharing it to you. Let us try once again. If it is working, better. Otherwise, we shall call it a day. I'm just trying once again. And it takes, it does not take much time like this. See here, I think it has got, the problem persists. The problem persists. I'm sorry, dear professors. So we will certainly get the demonstration tomorrow with the help of the organizers. I'm very sorry for disappointing you all. Now you are most welcome to clarify your queries if any. Hold for 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. There is a query in chat. If someone upload the thesis for grammar corrections or better wording, the same file will be seen by others. No, Asha madam, you cannot. It will not produce the same results for others, but it will understand your concept. If somebody asks a question related to that the thesis, it produces answer based on your thesis also sometimes, not the exact words. It may understand your thesis. Based on that, the answers could also be produced, but not the exact thesis. Even 200 pages of thesis could be uploaded and it corrects your thesis. It is also possible. And one more, Damodaran sir, you are most welcome. Yeah, Damodaran sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have one doubt regarding plagiarism, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I cannot, I am unable to change the wording, sir, because let us take one word that is 4-stroke single cylinder diesel. It is coming under plagiarism, sir. That word I cannot change. There is no other word for this. That is the main problem I am getting, sir.
You are absolutely correct, because some of the technical terms we cannot replace. If we replace the word, the entire meaning of the sentence or the article changes. So we cannot do away with this problem, sir. For example, grammatically or maybe the sentence construction, if we could use some other terms, okay, it generates. For example, if I upload an article, ask it to reframe the sentences, it reframes, but not changing the meaning. Technical words cannot be changed, sir. Technical words could not be changed, could not be replaced, because the core meaning of the sentences will be lost. So that we cannot help, because a certain amount of plagiarism is permitted, okay, in our articles. So that could not be helped with the help with the chat GPT, sir. But it certainly, for humanities or non-technical research articles, certainly it helps. You can regenerate with some other wordings. So plagiarism is reduced. One of the professors, have I answered Dr. Damodar, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Right.
Dilip sir, how can ChatGPT effectively integrated? Yes, sir. See, for example, what do you mean by educational framework, sir? What do you mean by educational framework? For example, you can you can deploy robot. Robot could be controlled with ChatGPT. Have you heard of one of the institutions in Bangalore, particularly a school, making use of robot for answering the queries? How does it answer? The robot is enabled with one of the AI tool like ChatGPT. Similarly, we can employ or deploy a chatbot or maybe a robot which should be integrated with ChatGPT, okay, paid version.
So the question is like, sorry for the interruption. I'm audible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the question is like advancement of this the digital technologies and this generation being as an industry 4.5, we are into artificial intelligence scenario because AI has been used in everywhere, even in organization, HR, marketing, wherever you go, we are started utilizing this AI.
Again, apologies you for what has happened. I suppose tomorrow, if the help of organizers, I will certainly demonstrate all that I have told you. Okay, never bother, never worry. You can even try when you are free, maybe today or tomorrow. And one of the professors, Devika madam, says the robot is reading news. Yes, robot reads. Robot reading news is quite normal because we upload the text and the text is being read by somebody. That is quite normal. But robot thinks and do things on its own. That is something different on AI. That is great. Yes. Any other queries that you would like to, or any other query that I have not taken from chat? You're most welcome to clarify. Otherwise, we'll go. I think Dr. Aravind has asked for, when AI plays the roles, how does individual talent shall be established or maybe? For example, Dr. Aravind sir, individually, if you're talented, your talents will never go off. But as and when the technology grows up, for example, earlier days, you see wall paintings, no posters, no flex banners. But now those art of painting in the walls have become obsolete. People go for flexible banners. People earn money through flexible banners or flex banners or posters, colorful posters. Now the job of those wall painters have gone. Similarly, one or the other job will be replacing the other based on the growth of the technology. We'll have to account ourselves, or we'll have to adapt ourselves to the new changes, or we need to update ourselves with the changes that takes place newly. But still, if we are talented, our talents will not go off. Okay. For example, I tell you, ChatGPT write codes. If you're technical teachers, please understand, ChatGPT writes code, algorithms on its own. Entire project. For example, I want to develop a website. It writes code for me. But I should be able to know where I'm supposed to employ this code, where I'm supposed to deploy this code, in what context this code is supposed to be used. Otherwise, if you don't have domain knowledge of using this code generated by ChatGPT, it will be of no use. So talented people will ever have, bright future or bright time. Paraphrasing is considered as plagiarism. It is detected. Yes, doctor. Yes, Dr. Swati, you are fine. Any other queries that you would like to answer? Sorry, any other query that I would...
Sir, you mean to say, sir, that paraphrasing is plagiarism and it is detected by the tools, no, sir?
Yeah, yes, absolutely, madam, absolutely.
Okay.
Actually, see, please understand, plagiarism is plagiarism tools. What does it do actually? If plagiarism tool searches all over the globe, different servers, if it finds taken exactly. But, the ChatGPT, when it generates, it does not take as it is. It does not extract the sentence as it is. But it understands the sentence, reproduces the sentence in different manner with the help of different phrases. Yeah. Any other queries, dear participants? I'm very sorry because it has not happened earlier. I'm very sorry for the technical glitch that you're facing. Okay. Any other queries? Otherwise, we shall call it a day. Any other query, dear professors? If
Sir, I have one.
With regard to usage of ChatGPT and so on.
Vimal sir.
Yes, doctor.
Sir, can we do data analysis by using ChatGPT?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, data analysis could be done using ChatGPT. For example, you will have to upload the data in the form of text. Copy the text and you just give the prompt constraints properly. Okay. And that you ask it to do, it is able to do. Certainly,
so if we collect the responses by Google form, then how can it will be uploaded? Sir?
For example, just get the answers. Copy the answers. Copy the answers. Google Forms will be generating a Google Sheet. Copy those answers. Copy the sheet, entire sheet, and put it over here. You will get it. Your analysis could be done. Okay, even if it is, if it is not properly formatted, you will get the analysis. Don't worry. You just try, sir. You just try.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
With regard to bibliography part, it does not generate bibliography for you. Just suggest us some books based on the syllabus. It does, but it cannot give you bibliography because it cannot give you the source of where it is being taken. Okay. Any other,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I'm just
Thank you,
waiting
sir.
for the answer.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
It is a
Yes,
wonderful
participants-
session.
So you, because you understood the situation. Certainly, professors, I would not disappoint you tomorrow. Certainly, with